hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Here's our weekly watch list video. So coming into this week, what we expected, or not what we expected, what we got last week was really just a bit of a range. So if we look at Monday's open here and then Friday's close, we're within this close to that open of the week until the close. So really we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with movement that really went absolutely nowhere. So you notice that a lot of the movements, and especially for myself, of trying to find something to trend and follow through simply did not happen last week, and the market is really just digesting this. So my question is this that move up for the trend range and then trend continuation, similar to a flag breakout here? Or is this that failure to pop these highs and then now we form this downtrend, probably back into somewhere down in here? So with that being said, from the weekly chart, we're really narrow bar. Actually, if you look at it from in terms of basically since back in here, that was definitely the smallest range on the move, which is going to be at highs here, but it would not surprise me to come back and retest this prior range here before if we make that continuation move higher. So a very choppy week in really not much direction. After we get this breakout, we get this follow through, and then really we're just trying to digest what we want to do next. Now, in order to put an actual game plan on it, really, longs over 23,075 is really the only main watch I have, and then shorts below 22,78625. So really, all you're doing is using the high and low of this weekly bar here for some better direction. If we can clear 23,075, which is this prior high here and this rejection right here, then I do think we can see a move up into like 23,500 or 23,500 and 24,000. And then sub 22,786, we do have room down into 21,627.50. Now, the first move of the week that I'm really keeping an eye on is going to be AMD, and this is a very similar 3-bar play pattern here. So we get a move higher, inside bar, we crack its lows, and all of a sudden we come down and we reverse, and then we close on strength right here. So from the weekly chart, this looks really good, and from the daily chart, we're basically flipping trend here. Now we're working our way into this uptrend here, and over this prior pivot right here, easily room up here and even up into here into these targets. So if we look at this here from the setup here, anything over 148.41 and really 150, targeting 154.80 and then 160.06 this week. So that is going to be the main watch here. Again, on this, if we even go down into a shorter time frame chart here, can see finally flipping trend here on the hourly too. We're getting these series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And now we're coming back up into this triple top here, which is where we rejected. So that 148 region is going to be key here, 148.41, which really just essentially clears this and gives it room for this breakout on the hourly to hold, which then would be looking into the shorter time frames, the 2 and 5 minute, for that entry to the upside. The next one, and really a really nice look here, if, and a big if, we can get this move, is 181.10 is the line in the sand on Google. You can see reject, 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 and I believe if you even zoom out here, let's go here. If you zoom out, let's see if we can get any more. Yeah, so right here, we also get this reject right here before this roll over here. So 181.10 over that, targeting 185.20 here this week. So a very nice potential. We continue to make new highs here. So we made new highs off of this high right here. And now we're just trying to base for then this breakout here, which on the daily chart, you can also see this really clear, is that we get this reject, reject. Now we're knocking on the door again over 181.10. I think we can move quickly up into 185.20, and that is going to be one of the main watches here this week. It does have earnings coming up, but it's not this week, so nothing of too much concern. And from the weekly chart here, to me, all this looks like is nothing more than a potential higher low here that rips and continues trend in over this 181.10 is going to be that key region. And then Amazon, really, it didn't do that much off of Prime Day, but what it did do is we put in pretty much an inside bar, so an I for an inside bar and pretty much another inside bar But if we can get over this, really on the weekly chart, there's no structure at all since we made this aggressive sell-off for us to stop until we get back near highs. So on anything over, and let's go in here, on anything over 226.10, really room up into 230s and then like 238.56 and 242.44. And from the daily chart here, what I like is we're finally trying to break out of this flag. So we get this move higher, consolidation here, and now we're poking our head above, trying to hold and test higher here. So again, anything over 226.10 tomorrow on Monday, looking for this trend resumption, targeting 230 at minimum and potential up into these higher regions up here. That being said, that wraps up our watch list video for the week. Let us know down below what you're watching and let me know if you found this helpful. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you all have a great week.